Alright, y'all, what up? This is Solo Fo, and this is So What's the Issue? Today I'm going to have, today's topic is going to be about, does your baby daddy have to feed all your kids? Now, what I mean by that is, I seen a video about 2 years ago, and it was a guy pulling up a girl. She had multiple kids, and she decided to throw the food out in the middle of the street. I'm pretty sure everybody's seen the video. It was controversial, but I kind of heard more about certain topics like that in real life, so I was kind of going to ask y'all and talk to y'all about it. Does the baby daddy have to feed the kids that don't belong to him? In my real opinion, I would say, like, if you come to your baby daddy or your previous baby daddy or whatever, and you talk to him and you're like, hey, I'm down on hard times right now. Can you help me out with a couple of dollars to, feed my kids? I understand that for the one time. I understand that for the two times. But if it's a constant thing, I don't think your baby daddy has to do that every time you call him. And what I mean is, you have multiple baby fathers. If that guy's moral compass is that he feels like he only wants to provide for his kids, he only wants to feed his kids, I would say in a situation like the one that I seen a couple years ago, yeah, you should probably bring your kids out the house, take them down the street, take them to the park or something like that, feed them that way. If you do, because you shouldn't feed your kids in front of the other kids. And you probably know the situation that her other baby fathers just ain't going to help out, period. But that's in that specific scenario. Now, would I do that? I'd be more willing to help out the other kids. Like, let's just say I got a child with a female and she's got 3 other kids or whatever the number is. Outside of a certain number, it becomes egregious. And, I wouldn't want to put that, I would do it because I just have that type of heart. I have that type of moral compass to actually, step up and help out whenever, I see somebody struggling. But, it shouldn't have to be an obligation if that's not a part of somebody's moral compass. Like, if his moral compass says I only have to provide for my kids, and maybe it's just like he ain't got that type of money at that point in time, just like you down on hard times. Maybe he's down on hard times and he can only feed his kids. And, I'm not a baby daddy defender by far. I'm not a person that goes out of my way to defend the baby daddy. But I also have to look at the situation like, hey, what are you doing in life to put you in a situation where you feel like you need to depend on your baby daddy for extra things? Now, I don't mean it that way, even though that sounded kind of rough. I mean it as in, if your one baby daddy is helping you out, you should be able to get assistance from all your baby daddies. So me and somebody else had a conversation the other day, and I was like, hey, just like you can call the one baby daddy and ask the one baby daddy about money for whatever, you should be able to call up. And this is how I feel like the situation should happen, because this is what I would do if I was in the situation. Call up one and be like, hey, can I get $15? Call up another one, can I get $10, to help provide for the children at that point in time. Ask for a simple amount of money, and then with $30 you should be able to go and make some chili, you should be able to go and buy some cereal, you should be able to go get a couple things with about $30-$40. If you got multiple baby daddies, you should be able to get a meal for the day or whatever for your children. Now, in the situations that I know about, there are so many kids, I don't know. He's not obligated, but I wouldn't deal with somebody who wouldn't treat all my kids the same. I have 3 baby daddies, and if he needs something, I can. Yeah, see, I'm happy you said it that way. See, now, you shouldn't, and I wish people would do that from the beginning. Like, if you don't have that type of baby daddy that would treat your children the same way, then, why are you moving into it like with the thought process of like having a continuance with somebody? Now, if this is your current boyfriend, if this is your current baby daddy, I personally feel like he should be the person wanting to help out. If it's a person that's living in your home. But as far as like past baby fathers and stuff like that, your past baby fathers and stuff like that shouldn't have to help out with your other kids. Now, like Tiffany said, like, you want to find somebody that is willing to deal with all of your kids equally, because while y'all stepping into this situation, maybe your moral compass is telling you, I'm just looking for a baby daddy, well, not a baby daddy, but a boyfriend or whatnot. But I'm speaking specifically about the baby fathers. I'm sorry, y'all. But as far as like past baby daddies and stuff like that, I don't know if they should. No, I don't know. I don't think that your past baby fathers should have to do things for the other children. Now, your current boyfriend, your current whatever, your current situation should be locked in and tied in with you, especially if y'all in a situation where y'all living together. He should want to help out, help provide, whatever. And I'm not taking any type of onus off of the past baby daddies, because past baby fathers need to, assume their role. They need to do what they're supposed to be doing as past baby fathers or whatnot. Now, in this situation specifically with the girl from a couple years ago with the McDonald's thing, it really kind of got me. Like, what's your situation? Like, why are you completely out of food? And I ain't saying that like people don't run out of food, and I'm not saying that like you can't have hard times or whatnot, but I am curious. Like, she was so mad, and I know y'all seen it. Like, she threw the food out in the middle of the street on some, like, if you're not gonna do for these kids, then like, if you ain't gonna do for all the kids, then I don't want no help at all. But that's such a selfish mentality to have, and it's like, I don't know, it's kind of sick, because I be listening to the way people have conversations and the way people think, and I went under the comments and I looked at it and I seen everybody going back and forth like that, and this ain't to criticize nobody, but the problem with it is like, the people that you're dealing with. So if he's a selfish baby daddy, when you called him and he said, okay, I'm about to bring some food over, you knew the type of person that he was, because this is the person that you were with at one point in time. And then if it's like that, why not just ask that question full out? Hey, I'm down on hard times. Can you help provide for all my kids, not just this one or two children that you have with this person? Now, what I start to believe that the problem is like, hey, in the beginning, like, why are there so many different baby daddies? And it's not to like say that relationships don't work out. It's not to make it seem like that. But it's like, why are there so many baby daddies, and then you're just depending on this one baby daddy to do for all the kids? And it's like, in the situations that I know about, it usually comes from like, because I'm from the streets, so usually it's from the drug dealer baby daddies. It's usually, those are the ones that females tend to lean on, because they do have a bit more. But I do know a lot of dickhead baby daddies, and like I said, I'm the last person to defend a baby daddy, because I had a father, and I can't agree with a lot of the things that he did. But if it's just off of pure obligation, like, I don't see how you lean that obligation on that one person, especially when you have another baby father to help provide for that child. Now, if your baby father is that much of an ain't shit on the other side, like, the other side shouldn't have to step up and take up that responsibility, because as a person, like, I'm not even just saying it as a mother or anything like that. As a person, that's your obligation to help that child, not the past baby daddy. If you're talking about the past baby daddy and him dealing with his one child, whatever. Anything outside of that is a generosity, and you should really appreciate that. But as far as going and throwing the food out in the middle of the street, that's a sick thing to do. And this situation was a couple years ago, but I'll tell you, I seen a situation recently where basically somebody decided that, and I don't know if y'all seen this, but I've seen it a lot. But parents tend to go take care of themselves, and then they act like the kids, eating at school is good enough. Like, and I'm not gonna say no names because I was about to say a name, but I seen a person go and buy themselves food, And when their kids got off of school, they ate or whatnot, but they kind of looked at their kids like, well, the kids were hungry. And basically, kids, whenever ain't nothing in the refrigerator or whatnot, they kind of like, hey, what's to eat? And it's like, on the outside looking in, I'm like, hey, so feed. See, and I agree. I can agree with that. Like, me personally, if you asking me how I personally would deal with the situation, me personally, if you came up on hard times, I'm going to take my child for that extended period of times. Like, me personally, I'm going to have my child, period. Like, I ain't got no kids right now, so I can't speak about, what up, family? I can't speak about what the next person, whatever. I'm going to speak about myself. About myself, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go get my kids. Period. My kids is going to be with me, period. Like, I know you can't force a relationship to work, but I want to be there with my kids every step of the way. My kids ain't going to want or need for nothing. But in a situation where me and my baby mother done broke up or whatever, like me, I'm going to go get my child. I'm going to go take my child to school, because usually that's, how it is in our community. The child usually is with the mother and they go to school and stuff like that. I'm going to make ways to make sure that my child gets to school. I'm going to make sure that my child is fed until, quote unquote, said period of time is, over with, whenever the baby mother, quote unquote, is back on her feet. Now, me personally, like I said, I'm more of a bring my kids to me type. Like, I want my kids 24/7 regardless of the situation. But everybody ain't got that situation. Everybody's not me. So I'm just speaking about the situation. No, I don't. I actually don't. But everybody's not me. So I can't act like, now understand, when I'm talking, I'm just talking about it from the aspect of what I feel. And now I hope y'all drop y'all's opinion and stuff like that, because I really do appreciate the feedback. My whole thing ever is to actually have the conversation, and I feel like having the conversation is a betterment. But I'm not gonna cop out. But whatever. I feel as if you should, as a father, provide for your child, and if you can, help out with the other kids if you can. Now, if that person can't, then that person just can't do that at that point in time. Now, if it's which I've seen this plenty, if it's a parental rivalry, like I'm not gonna do for you out of pettiness, out of spite and stuff like that, that's a whole nother, set of issues that, need to be untangled in a different type of conversation, because I'm only got a little bit of time left. But just off of the pure moral of the situation, I would hope whenever you have this chat with this person, you tell everyone the time you never know how things can go after you cave. Yeah, and I personally believe that. Like, you don't 100% know what type of person. You don't know 100% what type of person you're having a baby with, and I 100% get that. But as far as like the morality of the situation, like, expect what you expected, after the relationship. So it's kind of not a surprise. Like, and I ain't saying it's totally not a surprise, but it's kind of not a surprise. Like, if you and your baby daddy got that whole bust a window out your car, I'm trying to beat up your boyfriend, beat up your girlfriend type of relationship, I can see a lot of spite and a lot of pettiness coming out of that type of relationship. So I believe certain people do things, they go over and I do believe people will do a whole bunch of this and that. But just like I said, off the strength of just the morality of the situation, which I actually have a friend, and I'm not going to say no names or nothing like that. She actually has kids with somebody, and that somebody they went from helping to not helping completely. And I get that based off of the fact of their relationship ending, the person didn't want to, help provide and stuff like that. And it's a lot of ins and outs to all of that extra stuff. But can I ask y'all, since y'all watching, should a person have to help out with, because that's the point of my question, like my whole thing. Like, should a person have to help out with the other kids if those kids don't belong to him? And I only say it this way because, our situation for deadbeat parents in our neighborhood is usually males being deadbeats. Usually the mothers are the ones taking care. So I wish I could have a situation, or I wish it was a situation where I could flip it the other way and act like, hey, so should the mother have? But I know in our community, just being honest, shout out to the women that, take care of their kids. But for the most part, it's usually the baby mamas trying to, get something from the baby daddies. No, I don't expect my other baby daddies to take care of my other kids. Absolutely not. So, see, I respect it. I respect that 100%. Like, I don't get how you could get so angry that you throw the food out in the middle of the street. Like, for me personally, like, tell them, like, hey, that's really messed up that you did it that way. Express your anger. Don't have this whole rivalry thing. Stop the anger and putting it out there, because the kids have to watch that. The kids have to see that. Just tell your baby daddy, like, hey, I kind of was expecting you to bring something for all my kids, whether it's 5, 4, 3 kids, whatever. Hold on, are we talking about taking car or just food? So it's just the food, taking care of just the food. See, this is just that food topic. I don't know if y'all just joining in. Matter of fact, I'll extend a little bit today for y'all just because y'all tuning in. I'm happy. Hey, thanks everybody. Thanks Brooke. Thanks Tiffany. Thanks Brianna. Thanks everybody for tuning in and having this conversation with me. So yeah, I will extend this a little bit because y'all did tune in. See, I'm happy we having this conversation for real, but like I said, basically what my question, like my whole thing is, like talk to your baby daddy, have a conversation with him. Don't get into the whole yelling match and the whole y'all getting each other's face, trying to cuss each other out, and y'all going back and like that's not good for y'all kids. Simply pull your kids to the side. Pull your baby father to the side, like, hey, I got 3 other kids up here. I was kind of expecting such and such and such and such out of you. Like, I wish you would have done that. But look, see, since you done already brought the food, I'm gonna because her situation, she had 2 kids with that dude. So I'm gonna send the 2 kids out here. Y'all go to the park. Y'all go do something else. And I'm gonna go call my other baby fathers and find out what they can do to help provide for these other kids. And shout out, I'm happy that people can make these things work. So shout out to y'all for working that out too. But like, have the conversation with your baby daddy about what you expect. But then again, on the other side, like if it's just, thank you. But like if it's just purely off of you being angry because he didn't bring enough food for everybody, try to rework it all together. Let's just hit up one, like I said, hit up one baby daddy and be like, hey, can you provide $5-10 because I'm gonna go get some noodles. Hit up the other baby daddy, can I get a pack of meat? Dang it, I wish I could read all of these fast enough. Y'all giving me good conversation right now, and I appreciate it. I really do appreciate y'all. But I can only see things after a certain amount of typage, so once it goes past so far, I can't actually read it. It just says see more, and I can't actually do that right now. But grab a couple dollars, 6 kids and $2. Oh man. But Like, talk to your baby daddy. Pull him to the side. Hey, well, no, back, my bad. I forgot where I was. But call one of your baby daddies. Hey, I need a pack of ground beef so I can put together some chili tonight. Call another one. Hey, I need a couple of dollars so I can get some noodles. I would hope that your baby daddy is respectful enough or cares about his kids or you and yours enough to lend you, not even lend because it's not the right word, but give you a couple of dollars to help pay for your, help pay for your kids' meals and stuff like that. But not everybody has that same type of integrity. But can I ask the females, is there any culpability on the baby mama for not having enough food? Now, like I said at the beginning of the video, y'all probably didn't see everything. I know people go through hard times, so I don't expect everything to go perfect all the time. Oh man, but but is there any culpability on the woman? Is there, like, for not having food throughout the month? Or if it's a constant thing, is there any culpability on the mother for not being able to provide for so many kids? Like, just reality. Hey, and I'm gonna tell you what's crazy. You said something about, I digress, but I've seen situations like that where I'm gonna tell y'all, we live in a grimy community, cause you go get a pizza for for your kids, and then that becomes the neighborhood's pizza, and that's the best way I can say it. Like, you'll do something like that, and that'll become the neighborhood's pizza. That'll be the next person, and I don't know why we do this. I can't explain none of this, but I've seen it to where females will do the whole, hey, can you bring us a pizza? Or the guy will bring a pizza, and then it's the it's the boyfriend's pizza. It's the friend's pizza that came over for no reason. And like it won't just be the kids' pizza. It will be everybody's pizza for whatever strange reason. I don't know why that is. I couldn't tell you why we do that in our community, but I'm gonna probably run this for like another 3 minutes because I'm went over my limit. But I do appreciate the conversation. I do appreciate for everybody for listening. But why do we? Let me ask y'all something. I know it sounds strange, but if I give you food, if I bring you some food, what up, my boy Emma? Miss you, bro. You gotta hit my inbox. But if I bring you food, well, if I bring my child some food, does that child get divided up between you and your baby daddy? I mean, you and your boyfriend that currently lives with you? Or is that specifically the kid's pizza? But see, what you saying that, I've seen it so much. And have you seen it? Like, and I respect that. Like, I really do respect that. But have you seen the situation where the female has a clear cut boyfriend, but they'll still call one of the baby daddies and get, there's a level to it. There's levels to it. So I'm just asking, like, have you seen the boyfriend that sits in bed all day and doesn't do anything that pitch in and help out, but the female will go and, make the hugest situation with their baby daddy? Now, like I said, I will not stand on business for no baby daddies in our community. If you have a good baby daddy, I'm happy you got a good baby daddy. But a lot more times than not, I promise to God, y'all gonna hear me attacking baby daddies, because in our community, I know that the baby daddies don't provide for y'all. I know that the baby daddies would rather sit and sleep in somebody's house. I'm trying to tell y'all, it's a real thing. Like, I see females that have whole boyfriends with kids, and they lay in the house all the time, all day, every day, and the baby daddy will, and they ain't even gotta be like a new baby daddy. I'm talking about the baby daddy, period. You got a situation where the baby daddy himself will be with the baby mama, and there will be starving kids in the next room, and nobody will step in. Like, the mother won't tell the baby daddy to step up. Like I said, I don't stand on business for no baby daddy. So if you got a good baby daddy, I don't want to attack your baby daddy specifically. But if you ain't got a good baby daddy, I'll do the shit talking for you. Because these people in our community ain't nothing. I mean, these baby daddies in our community ain't nothing. And I tell you, I know drug dealers that got pockets full of money that will still sit there and be like, hey, I'm not doing nothing for that B, because all she gonna do is go spend it on her. All she gonna do is spend it on her whatever. Like I done seen all of that, believe you me. Like one of the big things that I heard growing up is like, nah, cause your mama, nah, cause she gonna go do this and that with it. Well, if you know my mama's that irresponsible, if you think my mama is that irresponsible, why won't you step up to the plate and come get me? Like, why won't you, as a baby father, as the father of this child, why won't you go step up and go get your child, since your baby mama is that bad of a person? But no, you don't want that. You don't want that responsibility. You don't want to wake up and get no kids up. You don't want to cook and provide. You don't want to miss out on times with your friends. So believe you me, I know y'all baby daddies is trash out here, and I really do feel bad for how they are. Now, you know, nuance to the conversation, better time, better place. We'll have another conversation another day. But I'm sorry, y'all. I'm running out. I done ran out of time. I went over 6 minutes for y'all, and I really do appreciate the conversation. I really do. We're going to get back in on this topic again another day. Thank y'all for commenting, and I'm going to get back to y'all comments and stuff like that, because I know I didn't get to read all of them. But, hey, please share, you know, let's have the conversation. Let's really talk. Thank y'all for listening. I appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all another day.